Hey guys, welcome back into the Stochastic YouTube channel. My name's Geoff Ulrich, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit of no house advantage for Monday, November 22nd. We're going to be talking NBA here, 4-game NBA slate for this Tuesday. So not a huge slate, obviously, but if you're new to no house advantage, you know that they always bring the nice contest. And today on no house advantage for their pick'em contest, there's a $15K guaranteed, $5K to first, slam dunk. Again, these contests, they're just great money makers. I mean, you can chase big prizes, but there's overlay sometimes on the site. And guys, if you're new to No House Advantage, make sure you use promo code Stochastic. That gives you a $50 match deposit bonus right off the hop. So you deposit $50, you get an extra $50 in return on No House Advantage. Again, promo code Stochastic. Great way to build a bankroll, try out the site, because there's a couple different ways to play on No House Advantage. That's the other beauty thing that goes on over there. We're going to talk about the pick'em contest in this video, creating prop-based style lineups and then putting them in the contest against other players. So we're going to assign different values to each prop we go over, and then you're going to make lineups and, again, compete for that big 5K first prize. There's also the versus the house contest, though. That's where you're creating your own parlay style tickets with these props. You get, again, different types of payouts, sometimes up to 20x. It's just a good thing over there as well. So again, you can use promo code Stochastic. There's also free projections over on Stochastic.com that you can use. Again, free for the site that we put up over on Stochastic.com. We'll talk about them a little bit in this video as well. Always lean on the projections over at Stochastic. So there's that. Do me one favor before we get started and get into the props. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the Stochastic YouTube channel if you haven't already, because there's lots of great videos coming up after this one. But again, 4-game slate, but there's a couple spots here that I like to target. So we're really only going to talk about a couple games mainly in this video, but I like both sides of the game. So you can kind of look to correlate some of these props as well. And I just think there's a lot of obvious injury issues on this slate that's going on. So going to try and touch on those. Obviously, it's the NBA. Things can change, but as of right now, as of this video, there's some spots we got to look at. And the first one is in Memphis. We're going to go back to Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks has now attempted 30 3-pointers over his last 2 games. So yeah, we're going to go over 2.5 3-pointers for Dillon Brooks. Now, look, he attempted 11 3-pointers in his last game, and he only made 3 3-pointers. So he did get there for us in the last game, because the last video, I recommended Dillon Brooks this exact same prop. But we're going to go back to it. Again, there should be no change here for Dillon Brooks. Jaren Jackson may play for the Grizzlies tonight. I'm not actually 100% sure. He may be listed as out on No House Advantage. Don't play him if he's out. But, even if Jaren Jackson is back, he didn't look that great shooting the ball in his first game back. So Dillon Brooks, again, going to play 33, 37 minutes in that vicinity. He's going to take a lot of shots. You saw his usage go through the roof with Morant out, with Desmond Bane out as well. That's going to continue here. You've got the Sacramento Kings as well. It's not what I'd call a lockdown team on defense. So, there's going to be opportunities, 26 and pure points allowed. They defend the perimeter a little bit better than that, but it's not anything I'm worried about with Brooks. The opportunities are going to be there. You got a pretty good matchup here. Got a decent implied team total for Memphis and a close game spread in this game as well. It's 2.5 in favor of Sacramento, but Brooks is going to be on the floor a ton. It's going to be a close game. Again, guys, 33 pointers attempted over his last 2 games. I think we're going to get there again, hopefully. 2.5 3-pointers. Just pick up the efficiency a little, Dillon Brooks, so you can stop giving us these sweats. Anyways, that's going to be our first one, over 2.5 threes for Dillon Brooks. Let's go to the other side of this game, because there is, again, like the props on No House Advantage, you really got to look. I mean, is this, in line with the rest of the industry? Are they giving us one that's a little bit lower than normal, a little bit higher? And I mean, I'm looking at De'Aaron Fox. He's got a 31.5 points, rebounds, and assist prop. And this one's just too low. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, again, he is kind of the Sacramento Kings. He runs, as he goes, the team goes. He's going to end up taking 15 to 20 shots most nights. He's going to take a couple 3-pointers. He's going to get to the free throw line. He made 9 free throw attempts in his last game as well. He's going to get some points. So 31.5. I mean, he cleared this total on his own just in pure points in his last game with 33. Scored 32 points 4 games ago as well. So, you've got a guy in De'Aaron Fox averaging around, 8 assists as well over his last 5 games. Actually, it's averaging 9 assists over his last 5 games. So, he's going to get us a few rebounds here. This prop is just too low on pretty much any slate for De'Aaron Fox. So it's really one where I think a lot of the field will probably be looking to take the over on De'Aaron Fox, and that's fine. But you know what? This one is so low, and we've got, the Kings with a solid implied team total, 117, a close point spread. I have no reason to fade this. I mean, I'm not going to call it a free square, but it's a really strong prop, and you're going to want to put it high up in your pick'em contest lineups because you want to get the max value here. This isn't a slam dunk. There's no such thing. He could leave with an ankle injury in the first quarter, but De'Aaron Fox here, this total is way too low compared to what we know he puts out, what his usage is going to be, and just how he's been playing of late. So 31.5 points, rebounds, assists, De'Aaron Fox. We're going to go over there again, attack both sides of this game. Again, we should have condensed, especially on the Memphis side. We're going to have a condensed rotation. Good for Brooks. De'Aaron Fox, again, the close point spread, really nothing to worry about there. Okay, let's go to another game now. Obviously, we got the Detroit Pistons taking on the Nuggets. We got all kinds of things going on the Nuggets side. Looks like Aaron Gordon is questionable. Jokic looks like he's doubtful out. He's in the health safety protocols. So again, it's just going to be a shorter rotation for the Denver Nuggets. That's something that we can target, obviously, in this game. We're going to take it on the Detroit Pistons as well. It's the second most points allowed so far to this point. Not a good defensive team. So just really across the board. And I think we got to target Michael Porter Jr. in this game. He's kind of been the consistent, we don't have to worry about him too much. He's going to be out there. He's going to be playing, his usual allotment. He'll probably play even more than his usual allotment of minutes tonight. Would not surprise me. Went for 30 minutes in his last game. Was kind of hovering just under that mark the 5 games before that. But again, when the rotation goes down, Porter Jr. is a guy I'd expect to get a little bit of a bump here. So, his pure points prop for the slate is only 13.5. And he's definitely what you'd call inconsistent in terms of just when he shows up. But if you look at the whole sum of his parts over the last 10 games, he's averaging right around this. And that's with Jokic in the lineup. Scored 14 points alone in his last games. Again, 30 minutes of play. And this is not, on high usage. So I think if anything, what we'll see from Michael Porter Jr. is, he's averaged about 12 and a half field goals attempts over his last couple games, but I think you'll probably see him push just a little bit higher than that in this game, and that makes sense, especially against Detroit, a team who just is not good defending anyways. So we're going to get a few 3-point attempts as well from Michael Porter Jr. If he heats up from beyond the arc, this 13.5 prop's going to fall pretty quick. So lots of different outs for us with Michael Porter Jr. Really good matchup. You got Denver coming in a little bit shorthanded as well. It's actually a pretty close game spread here too. Not massive totals on either side, but 5.5 favoring Denver. I think that's going to keep Porter Jr. on the floor for a nice chunk and probably push us to the over. So we're going to go over 13.5 points. Michael Porter Jr. for the Nuggets. We're going to stick with this game as well because there's a line on the other side that I just don't really understand either. We got Marvin Bagley the third. And he's got, Marvin Bagley, again, kind of a similar situation. Obviously, some, Cade Cunningham injured, out for the Pistons. So there's increased usage across the board. But what we've seen from Bagley is just that, he's kind of stuck in this 20-minute, 22-minute per game role. And he's efficient with his minutes. That's what we'll say. He's a pretty efficient fantasy scorer as well. But, we've got a 29.5 points, rebounds, and assist prop up for Marvin Bagley III. And, it's not like with Jokic out that the Denver Nuggets are going to turn into this terrible defensive team either. In terms of just pure rebounds allowed, they're a really strong team. The Denver Nuggets are the 4th fewest rebounds against. So that's going to hurt a guy like Bagley. You've got DeAndre Jordan likely out there in the center, certainly still capable of just, defending the glass. So Marvin Bagley III, 29.5 points, rebounds, assists. We're going to go under this. Unless he just sees a huge bump in minutes that's kind of outside his regular usage, I don't necessarily see him going over this, quite frankly, against Denver. So, last game, again, 6 rebounds, 15 points. It was an efficient performance, but that's not going to get it done because he's not going to get us any assists. So Marvin Bagley III, we're going to go under 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Maybe he ends up with a bigger part of the rotation, but even if he does, it's still a tough matchup against DeAndre Jordan and Denver, like I said. So those are going to be our 4 ones that we're targeting. Again, really trying to condense 2 games here. Dillon Brooks over 2.5 threes made. We're going to go De'Aaron Fox over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Again, like that game, should be back and forth, close. Lots of points on both sides, both guys in high usage spots. Then we're going to go to the Denver game. We're going to go Michael Porter Jr. over 13.5 points. Again, I like the usage in his last game, 30 minutes. No Jokic, most likely, potentially no Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter should be out there for a lot. A few more field goal attempts. We'll go over this one easy. Then Marvin Bagley the third. Keep wanting to call him Marvin Bagley Jr. Marvin Bagley the third, under 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is just a big total for a guy who efficient, but in a tough matchup and really not playing that huge minutes. So those are going to be our 4 we're targeting for today. Again, Tuesday, November 22nd, guys. Just a 4-game slate. Make sure if you're new to No House Advantage, use promo code Stochastic when you're signing up there. $50 match deposit bonus right off the top. Reminder, free projections over on Stochastic.com for No House Advantage. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the Stochastic YouTube channel if you could, guys. Most importantly, have yourselves a great Tuesday of NBA action. My name's Geoff Ulrich. We'll talk to you again soon.